Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you've had a good start to your week so far. So I will wait for a few of you guys to join me. And as always, I do these live readings for free every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The only thing that I ask is that you share. So if you have a question, if you've got something you want to know, if you want to try to make a spirit connection, the only thing I ask is that you share the video and you can write that you've shared it next to your question. And then we're just going to see what happens. So I'm looking forward to being here with you guys. This is probably one of my absolute favorite days of the whole week because I love doing live readings. I love bringing spirit messages through for people. I love hanging out with you guys and seeing your comments. I know I can't read them all because we usually have a lot, but I do my very best. So, all right, let me grab a pen and paper and we'll just jump in and see what happens. All right. So tuning in now. So I'm asking that my loved ones and my spirit guides and my angels step forward to help me bring through messages and information for people from their loved ones and their spirit guides and their angels. So it is. All right, let's see who we have. All right, so message number one, I'm getting a female spirit stepping forward. She comes in as, I'm going to say in her 50s. I feel like I don't usually see what they look like, but I can feel like she was a heavier set woman. I get brown curly hair. I can immediately feel that she passed away from cancer or an illness that spread through the body or moved around. So the way cancer would. So I very much feel that that was her cause of passing. She's showing me both January and March is important to her. So this could be birth, death, or two other significant periods for her. She's also talking about her end of life as something that really she's saying that she looked good and she felt good until the last 6 weeks, even though she knew she was going to pass, and I feel everyone else did as well. She says that she really didn't seem like she was going to until about the last 6 weeks of her life. And then I feel that's when things began to really go downhill. She's talking about Jamie or James is important to her. And Beth or Betty, maybe even Betty, is a name that's also coming through. So again, that could be somebody on Earth, somebody in spirit, but I very much feel that this name is also coming through. She wants a young man on Earth to know that she's with him. She is saying that he's just been feeling like he's like in a whirlwind. Everything's flying around him and nothing makes sense for him. And she wants you to know that she's with you, that she's watching over you, that she's helping you. She is saying that she will be with you on April 12th. She will be with you on April 12th. And she really wants you to know that. So something big is coming or going to happen at that time for you. She's also she's very, very much at peace. She's in a really loving space. And I feel like she will continue to be around you. She's talking about that same young man, and she's got a big smile on her face when she's showing me this, but she's showing me like she's pointing under his bed and there's like this long sort of shoebox shaped box, and she's like, really? So I feel like there's something in there. She's not trying to create shame or anything like that, but she's definitely like, is that really the best thing? And I have no idea what it is. She's not showing me what's in the box. She's just bringing my awareness to it. So that was message number one. She took up the entire first page. All right, let's see. Grab a new piece of paper here. All right. Message number two, I have a man stepping forward from spirit. I feel like when he passed away, he had a massive heart attack. He is showing me the 11th of a month, 11th or 12th, but I think it's the 11th of a month. I'm going to the beginning of summer, so that could be June or July, as important to him. I'm hearing Tyson is a name coming through. He is also showing me, it's weird, 6475111. I think 6475111. So here's a phone number coming through, which happens sometimes. I think it's so weird as a side note when addresses and phone numbers come forward, but it is what is coming through. So 6475111, somehow important in the situation. Could be your phone number, could have been his phone number, but he's coming through with this. And he's also mentioning pizza, or maybe he owned a pizza shop, or there was some kind of a pizza connection with him as well. He is also talking about Natalie, and he's putting a lot of love around the name Natalie. I definitely feel like Natalie is somebody who is here with us on Earth. So he is bringing this through as well. He is also showing me that at his end of life, his cause of death came on very, very quickly or very suddenly. He's also saying that a very short time later, a dog had to be put down. A dog had to be euthanized a very short time after his passing. And he wants you to know that he was there with you and the dog as you were going through that second loss. And he's saying that it was something that, yes, it was very hard, but he very much was present for that and helping everybody to get through that. So that was message number 2. And he's saying hello to his loved ones on Earth. All right, let's see where we're going next. Message number 3, I'm getting an elderly female coming forward. And she comes forward. She's immediately bringing me out of Canada. I'm going out of North America. I'm going over to Ireland, I believe, or like in that area. I've never been there, so I don't know, but I'm feeling like I'm going over to yeah, I think it's definitely Ireland. She's bringing me to a small town. She says when she lived there, it was a very small town on a coastline, but now it's quite big. And she says that it's the only place that has like a carnival that's there all the time, or rides or something like that. I don't know where that is, but I feel like that's where she's taking us. She is saying that at her end of life, she had issues with her stomach that were really severe. She's also saying that she was very much not wanting to go to the hospital, not wanting to see doctors, not wanting to do any of that at her end of life, even though people knew that she should. She didn't want to. And I feel like people had felt that had she have gone, she may have lived longer. And she says it would have happened either way. Even if she would have gone to the hospital at that time, she would have passed away at the same time anyway. And she says that she did not want to leave her cats. She says she did not want to leave her cats on Earth. So she is bringing that through as well. She's also saying that there's a woman who is alive that she is connected to who's been having health issues in her abdominal area, or maybe even her lower abdominal area. And she's bringing this through. She's saying that this is a very challenging time for her, that she's afraid. But this woman in spirit, I just heard the name Sarah. This woman in spirit is saying, don't worry, it's not what she had. You are not going to get what she had. She says there is something more to unfold here. She is showing me doctors are going to investigate it. They're going to treat it this year, whatever it is. But she says you're going to be fine, and I'm going to walk with you the whole time. She's showing me a teacup that has flags on the inside of it. So I'm not sure what the flags are, but I can see a teacup with flags on the inside of it. And I feel like they're kind of like one right after another, all on the inside of this teacup. So maybe you have that, maybe it belonged to her, but she is bringing this through. She's in a really good place, and she's definitely with you. She's also talking about the woman who made the really traditional dessert for Christmas. And she says too many raisins, too much spice, but she said that she had a piece from spirit, and she's just thankful that you were trying to bring through a traditional recipe. So she's really happy about that. That was message number 3. Whew, they're coming through fast today. We did 3 messages, and it's only been live for like 9 minutes. All right. So, and guys, if you wouldn't mind sharing my video, if you are looking for a spirit connection, or you want to ask a question about past, present, future, please share my video out to friends and people and whoever you think might benefit from it. I always like these messages to reach their home, and obviously love having more of you guys on my Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and everything. I love the community that has been built around all of this, and it's just a pleasure to get to interact with you guys every day. So I think the more the merrier. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be amazing. All right, let's go into message number 4. I've got a child coming in for message number 4. I've got a child spirit coming in. I hear Aiden very clearly from spirit. I see the number 9, so perhaps he was 9 years old at his time of passing. I also want to say that he is showing me that his cause of death, funny, we're getting another stomach thing. He's bringing through stomach pain at his time of passing. He's also talking about the woman who brought him to the doctor, brought him to the hospital. He's so grateful for you. He says he knows that it was horrible. He's also talking about the man who couldn't be there at his end of life, or couldn't be there at the hospital at that time. He says that this man has suffered from very severe guilt ever since. And I also am smelling alcohol, which to me usually represents addiction. So he may also have been he may also be suffering from addiction to do with this grief, but I am bringing that through as well. He wants you to know that the singing when he was waiting to see the doctors was so helpful for him. I'm hearing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So I don't know if that's what you sang or if it was just another sort of children's song, but I'm hearing the singing. And he says it just made such a big difference for him. It made him feel calm. He says that he felt very, very loved in that moment. And he's acknowledging that he passed away not long after that, that it didn't take very long for him to pass. I feel like there was some kind of a rupture in his abdomen, but I also feel like something was not formed properly in that part of his body to begin with. So for some reason, that's coming through here as a part of his path. So I think that there was maybe an unknown genetic issue or a deformation somewhere in that abdominal area. He's also saying that he had some neurological problems, and he's also talking about a brother figure or a young male connected to him that's in his family who has a different kind of brain or neurological issues. I could even put it on something maybe slightly developmental, but he is bringing this through. Adrian is also bringing this through, and he says he's never left his brother's side or this young male's side. He's never left his side. He will continue to be there with him. He'll continue to watch over him, and that's never, ever, ever going to stop. So he is bringing that through. He's very much coming forward from a very, very, very good place. So that was message number 4. Message number 5, I have I'm hearing the name Lydia. I'm hearing the name Lydia, but I don't. No, I think it is somebody in spirit. It's not being called out from spirit. So I'm hearing the name Lydia. I'm getting a young female stepping in. I could place her in her 20s or 30s, and she's giving me the feeling like Lydia was her nickname. So I'm not really sure what her actual name was, but she says people called her Lydia, but it wasn't actually her real name. She is bringing that through. She's also talking about a J named male. I could go with James again, even though that name came through another message. I'm getting the name James again from this Lydia person. She's also saying that at her time of passing, she's giving me the feeling being very woozy. To me, this is usually drugs or medication hastening a death or something like that. She is bringing that through. She's talking about Karen, and she's putting a big heart around the name Karen on the paper here. And so this is somebody I believe on earth that she was connected to, and she's sending a lot of love to this Karen person. She's also talking about August 4th is important to her. So this could be birth, death, or something else of significance. She's showing me the address 33 and it sounds weird, but Lanesbury, something like that. I know I'm not getting that right, but I am feeling it's like Lanesbury, something like that, somehow connected. So it's 33 and something that sounds like Lanesbury is connected to this character, or not character, but this lady named Lydia who says that her real name wasn't Lydia, but everyone called her Lydia. And she's showing me stripes. Maybe it was a Beetlejuice reference. I'm not really sure, but she's bringing this through. She's at peace. She's in a good place. She says her passing was very, very quick. She wants her loved ones on earth to know that she's in heaven. She's in a good space. She says, I'm here with grandma and grandpa. Grandfather's stepping forward all of a sudden. He's showing up with a golf club, and he's saying, I finally won my trophy. I finally won the trophy. And so for some reason, that feels like some kind of an inside joke, but he's bringing that energy through as well. And that was message number 5. Get a new piece of paper. In case anyone's wondering what it looks like, I just scribble while I'm doing it. Sometimes automatic writing comes through. Sometimes it's just scribbles to help me focus, but that's what happens. All right, message number 6. Message number 6. All right, I'm getting some animals coming for it. I love it when animals come through. Okay, there are 4 dogs, 3 cats, 2 rats. 4 dogs, 3 cats, 2 rats, 1 fish who tells me they only live for 24 hours. Let's see if we get any other animals. And the white bird from outside. Okay, so somebody is very loved by the animal kingdom. So we've got somebody has lost 4 dogs, 3 cats, 2 rats, 1 fish that died after 24 hours, and a white bird that used to visit them. The white bird feels wild to me. So this is all coming through. Let's see if we can get some more information about these animals so that we can narrow it down. So the 4 dogs, 3 dogs passed from euthanasia, 1 passed from old age. The cats, let's see if the cats will tell me how they passed away. 1 passed away from a car accident. 2 passed from old age. Rats. 1 rat had visible cancer. The other rat passed away from old age. In fact, one of the rats is saying that you came down or you went to their cage at a really like middle of the night, like 4 or 5 in the morning, and you had noticed that they had passed away through the night. So that's some decent evidence. The fish that died after 24 hours, they're telling me you put them in the wrong kind of water and realized it after they passed away. And then the bird. The bird is not saying much. I can just see the white bird flapping in my vision. It's like flapping outside of a window. So somehow that's all tied in here. So your animals have a message for you. They want you to know that they're with you. They're around you. They will continue to be. They're acknowledging the housing transitions that you've been going through, that everything's been kind of like all over the place house wise. They're wanting you to know that it's going to get better. End of April, beginning of May, you're going to settle into like a really, 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 really good living space. All right. So that was message number 6. Message number 7. Let's see what we got for message number 7. I'm getting a man coming in. He comes in as a father figure. He's giving me the name Brent is important to him. So that could be his name, could be the name of somebody in spirit, somebody on earth. I don't know usually when I get names where to place them unless they tell me. But in this case, he's just saying the name Brent as well as the name Adam and the name David or Dave. He says that they hate David. It's Dave or nothing. He says they hate David. He is bringing me to the 13th of a month, so that could be birth, death, or something else of significance. Could also be 2013, but it's definitely a date. So 13th, he's bringing me to the month of September, also important to him. He's also bringing me to the month of October, as important to him. He is also showing me he's showing me a wide, like a big TV, like one of those old fashioned widescreen TVs, the ones that were like huge and definitely not a flat screen. He's showing me that, and he's showing me the bottom half of it or the bottom corner of it didn't even work anymore, but he still watched it, and people kept telling him to get a new TV, and he refused to do it. So he's bringing that through. He's also talking about somebody that he always referred to as Judy Garland or Garland. He is bringing that through. And I feel like this is a woman. And he says that this woman has been having foot problems. I don't think it's walking problems. I think it's just foot problems for some reason. He is bringing this through. He is saying that this will get better eventually, that she's been kind of putting off treatment with it, but he says eventually she'll do it and it will help. He is wanting his loved ones on earth to know that he's very much with you. He's very much still around you. He is really watching over you. He wants you to know that even though things have kind of like not fallen apart or disintegrated, but things with family kind of, not fell apart, but people sort of stepped away from each other, I guess, since his passing. He says it's not permanent. He's also acknowledging somebody's moved to the West Coast. He says that this person is going to start their own business, and it's going to be very successful, and it's going to be a very, very big deal. So that is message number 7. All right, let's keep going. Message number 8. Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm sitting in one of your shoes right now, across one of our social media channels. So I feel like I'm definitely a woman. I'm definitely watching this. So whether you're watching this live or you're watching a replay later, it's whatever you're doing at the time that you hear this message. So I can feel like your feet are definitely up on the coffee table. I feel like you are sitting on a couch. It's a very light color, maybe even white, or a very light color. I can see a gray blanket beside you. And when I run my hands over it, there's ridges. It almost feels like it could be corduroy by feeling it, but I don't feel like it actually looks like corduroy. But there's that kind of ridge texture, and I can feel that. I can see that you are on a tablet. The tablet is sitting on your legs. So the coffee table is really close to you. Your feet are resting on the coffee table, but it's kind of allowing you to rest the tablet on your legs in front of you. So I can see that. I also want to say that to the the left of you, I feel another kind of blanket, and it's dark purple, like a royal purple color, and I can see that. I also smell coffee, and I feel like there is coffee right beside you, but it's cold. It's in a mug, or something, but it's cold coffee, and I can smell it. Sitting beside you. I can also hear a dog just coming into the room that you're sitting in as I'm saying this. So I feel like the dog is coming from the left, across the room, like there's like a hallway. to the left, across from you, and I feel like the dog has just come out into the room that you're sitting in. I feel like the dog is staring at you, and I feel like the dog is starting to pant. So whoever this is for, whether you're watching this live, you're watching this later, I am getting this through. I do want to say that everything within your life is about to change in a very positive way. I feel like this is going to be changing next month, but really it's almost this month because it's the first tomorrow. So in March, I see really positive change for you. It's a significant change, it's an exciting change, and it's throughout your entire life. And they're saying they're not going to give you more details, which sucks for me as the medium, but they're saying that just trust the exhaustion that you've been going through is almost done, and that huge, massive blessings are about to happen in ways that you can't even imagine, with the biggest one being on the 16th of March. So they're being very specific. The 16th of March, biggest blessing ever that you could possibly imagine is on its way. All right, so let me go into the chat, guys. If you would like to ask a question, if you want to know about past, present, future, if you want to try and make a spirit connection, if you wonder if Bob down the street's in love with you, or you're going to get that new job, or when something's going to happen, throw your questions into the chat. Please just share my video first. That's the only thing that I ask. If you want to ask a question, then you can please share the video and write shared next to your question so that I can see that that's happened. Once I'm told that you actually have shared it, then I am going to come to whoever I feel drawn to. All right. And I really have no control over that. All right. Is my life partner coming into my life soon? Shared. Thank you for sharing. Let me see. Let me go into your energy for a second. Will your life partner come soon? Okay, they are showing me the third week of June. There's going to be a positive shift in your love life, and the opportunity for a very long-term relationship will be there for you. So thank you for sharing. And yeah, that's what I get for you. All right, let's see where we go next. Okay, shared are my feelings about somebody right. I do believe that your feelings are correct. I'm also seeing what they're showing me. It's weird. I feel like I see a person and they turn their head and it's like they have another face. So to me, this is about honesty, and it's about wondering if there is somebody that is not being honest, or maybe even being two-faced or something like that. I can see that. I do want you to know that your feelings are correct, but they're saying to approach the situation and the person with compassion. They're showing me September. So I don't know if something happened with this person in September. I don't know if that's when you met this person or there's some kind of September connection, but I am seeing for some reason that month either is already or will become important with your question. I also want to say that it's important that you continue to trust your intuition. I see a lot of purple in your energy field, which to me means you're very psychic, you're very intuitive. And it's important that you trust your gut. And I don't feel like you're off the mark at all. All right. Let's see. Shared, should I move to Iowa for Terry? I feel like it would be good, but here's the thing. They're saying that the kind of like no man's land feeling that you've been having within your life in general may not be fixed by moving to Iowa. They're saying that that will shift for you regardless of where you live. And they're saying that this feeling is going to shift for you in June, July. It's also at that time, though, that I see the strong potential for moving for you. So even if that's not tomorrow, they are showing me that looks like this could be a shift that happens, or you will move somewhere, whether it's Iowa or somewhere else, in that time frame. They're also saying that this feeling of blah and the flatness you've been experiencing, they're saying that part of it is emotional processing, part of it is your spirit guides protecting you from being overwhelmed by the world around you at an empathic level. So things are going to be really good. I don't know if you've got a daughter, or there's a younger female who's alive on earth that's around you a lot, but I'm being shown a woman that is going to become pregnant by surprise out of nowhere in the fall of this year, right after a period of having issues in that part of her body. So it's going to be a very big blessing. That was for Terry. All right, let's see where we're going next. Let's see. I'm just going through all the questions here. See which ones I'm drawn to. Let's see. All right. So Amanda shared. Thank you for sharing. Will I become? Oh, it just got away. It was will I become licensed is the part that I saw. Let's see. Scroll back up and see if I can find your comment. Okay, will I become licensed by the summer, and what do you see in terms of a career? All right, let's see. Will you become licensed by summer? What do I see in terms of career? So, yes, I feel like you'll become licensed, or you'll at least have the opportunity to become licensed. So, I feel like the probability is yes. They're saying your career will really start in September. They're saying that you're going to have a fork in the road at that time. There's going to be two places of employment that you could really take. One of them feels like it's very small, and you have a lot of freedom, a lot to be in charge of yourself. The other one feels much bigger. It's a big place. The big place, I see that you're going to have a meeting or an interview or something with a gentleman. He's wearing a gray suit, a white shirt underneath it. He's got salt and pepper hair. He's a bigger guy, and I feel like he will offer you a job. So that's one place. The other place, I feel the opportunity, you'll hear it from a young female or a female that's your age, that has long brown hair, and she's going to tell you about this place. They're saying this the smaller place isn't the most friendly geographically for you, but they're saying it would also be a really good opportunity. The big place, you will have a lot of fast experience under your belt. It will look very good on your resume. The smaller place could be a very long-term place. So I think you're going to do very well with whatever you choose. Even if you decide to not choose either one of those, you're going to do well. But those are two opportunities that I see for you. Sandra Watson shared, will I be in a relationship again? Um, I do feel like you'll be in a relationship again. I wish I could say it's tomorrow. I'm actually seeing the fall of 2023. But I will also say timing with relationships can shift a lot. It could become way sooner or way later because there is the free will of the other person, right? So I do see love for you again. Yes. All right. Let's see where we're going over here. Um, Kaylin shared, relationship wise, now he came back and now I'm all confused because I don't know if he's being honest. So, when I go into your relationship energy in general, Kaylin, they're showing me two things. One, you are in a state of still healing a lot of things, and they're wanting to give you encouragement to continue on that process. They're saying that at the beginning of the year, you kind of were like, screw it, like it's too much, and you kind of stepped a little bit away from whatever healing routine you were in. They're saying it's time to start that back up again. And they're saying that the reason why is specifically the part that's to do with your love life. They're saying it's important that you continue the emotional healing because they're saying that you're pulling in past fear, and they're saying to trust your gut on this honesty. I would agree with you. I think there's elements to this person's story that are missing. Do I think they're being totally dishonest? No. Do I feel like they're leaving some things out? Yes. Do I think those things are of massive consequence? No. So I think that this person feels like they're afraid that you're going to give them trouble if they're totally honest with you, but you wouldn't, because these things don't matter. This person that you're talking about or asking about, they're a really good person, but they have been labeled crappily so many times that I feel like their automatic defense is to not be honest. And it's not because they don't want to be, it's because it's their natural fear. So it really is going to be up to you what you do with that. I feel like they're a good person, but I feel like both of you have some work to do on yourself to make this work. This person needs to let their guard down, and you need to heal the past. And I feel like if you can do that, then this could be a really good relationship. All right. Let's see where we're going next. Let's see. Laura Jade shared, any guidance for me? Laura, as I'm stepping into your energy field, your spirit guides are the ones that are greeting me. They're showing me a lot of green energy around you. And green to me represents a period of going within the self, stepping back from the world. So this is talking about creating a quiet space for yourself. They're also talking about not absorbing the anger of other people. So if you've had either fingers pointed at you, or there's a lot of anger happening with people around you, even if it's not directed at you, they're saying that you're very sensitive and they don't want you to take this on. So creating that loving, safe space for yourself is really, really important. They're also showing me that there is going to be a lot of change work-wise for you at the end of summer, and that's going to be really, really positive. Excuse me. That's going to be really, really positive for you, and that you will continue to reap the benefits of that going forward. But right now, they're saying clear your energy, don't absorb too much stuff, and just know that you're on the right track. All right, guys, I'm a very happy but very tired medium, so I'm going to head off of here. Thank you for being with me tonight. It was an absolute pleasure, as always. And I hope that you know that even if your loved ones didn't come through, even if I wasn't drawn to you tonight for a reading, doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. And your loved ones are always with you, whether a medium brings them through or not. Okay, and that's the truth. You are always surrounded, supported, loved, guided, all of that. And just know that when people pass away, they're instantly at peace. There's no hanging around. There's no getting stuck. There's no needing to be walked to the light, which I know people hate it when I say that because people offer that. But that's a whole other story. It's usually when somebody's being walked to the light, it's a fragment of earth energy. It's not their actual spirit. So please know that your loved ones are always with you, always around you, always guiding you. They're always in a good place. They're never angry. They're never disappointed because they understand things from a very, very ascended perspective. I also want to say, as a reminder, the world energy is completely chaotic right now. Make sure that everyone is taking time for themselves. Change is on the horizon. A lot is going to happen in the next 6 months and even to the end of the year. And please know that there will be moments like right now where it's very, very intense. But please know that if we all try to act from love and come from the best possible place, we will be the change that we are looking for in the world. So I'll leave you guys with that. Have a beautiful night. Please follow my page if you haven't already. And I will see you guys soon. And I go live quite frequently. I post as often as possible. And I look forward to spending time with you again. Much love, everyone. Have a good night.